back. Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and we're going for a ride in this 1972 Chevelle. This one is a project car. We're going to go ahead and start you out with that. At the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you some rust spots that I found on this one, and there's more than one, so stick around to the end. We're going to see how this 307 here runs, taking it down the road, getting into the throttle, and then we're going to hit these power brakes here and see how good it stops. AC obviously is not going to work. That does not have a belt. Do have power steering on this one. I love the blue paint job. A lot of y'all are going to like these wheels. I know y'all don't care for aftermarket. Some do, some don't. Honestly, I'm cool with either way. Detailed pictures, financing and shipping, maplemotors.com. Go there, check this one out. Don't call about that one. That's a personal ride. He just pulled it in because they're redoing the roof next door, and I don't blame him. Okay, guys, hit subscribe. Come on, help me out here. I appreciate it. About that time. Let's go for a ride. Let's check out this interior. Place those bets. Do you think the horn works? I haven't tried it. This is the first time that I have driven this vehicle, guys. And I can show you the mileage, but how do you stand behind that? It very well could be true, as long as the speedo still works. But how do you know it hasn't cut out before? Interior is beautiful, though. Got some nice clean seats. Door panels look good. Back seats look good. They could have done better with the package tray, though. That needs to be redone. A headliner also. But I'm sure once you see the bodywork needs to be done, you'll understand why I call this a project. Needs a headliner, package tray, and let's start her up. Now, she starts up good. Console, pretty clean. Glove box. Dash. Wipers. What did I do? Short it out? Did it get stuck on something? I'm gonna hop out here. Look. Okay. Maybe a little weak on the wiper motor. Let's try it again. No, it's working this time. Maybe it just needs to be lubed up. Turn signal, both sides. Are we gonna have all this stuff working? No, I said it too soon. Blower motor is out. I can hear something clicking under the hood. Blower motor just kicked on. It's not very strong though. Only works on a low setting. Radio's all the way up, man. It should be jamming. Not working. I said that too soon. And I don't think the gas gauge works either. What about this clock? Sometimes you can just flick it and it turns on. Okay, guys. We've looked around the interior. Power steering feels good. Horn? It does work. Almost everything works. So, weak blower motor, radio doesn't work, gas gauge, and clock. Now, let's hit the road and see how she runs and drives. What's up? Welcome back, guys. I feel like this is going to be a pretty good test drive. I'm pretty much caught up for this week, so I got this one. We're going to do that old Challenger over there, and I've got a Bullet Mustang that's going on. That's going to be a good one. Or I got to take off. It's doing baby pictures. Well, pre-baby pictures. Mama pregnant pictures, I guess. So what we're going to do during this little test drive here is scope out some spots for that too while I'm out. Now, like I said before, I haven't driven this ride. The brakes feel good. I mean, throttle feels good. Let's stop and get ourselves some gas. Just a driver here. It's not a race car of any sorts. It's a 307. And then my brakes, smooth. Back on our throttle here, a little bit of hesitation there. What happens when I floor it? I think it already shifted down. Speedo's not working, so I can't stand behind the mileage. We're gonna floor it again, you ready? Okay, it shifted down there. And it had no hesitation. Touching the brakes again, it's smooth. Tight steering, you can see as soon as I turn, it turns, and it's straight as an arrow. So, cosmetics seems like it's gonna be the only issue on this car. And the big reason I want you to stick around to the end of the video if you're interested in buying it. Nice and smooth coming up to the light. I want to stop over here and get a little bit of fuel. Don't know honestly how much gas is in here, but I can tell you one thing, it's not past full. That means it's probably disconnected or messed up somewhere at the tank. Guy told me once, hopefully I'm not backwards here. Now, if it's past full, it's the tank. If it's below empty and not working, it's behind the dash. Pretty sure. Hopefully I'm not opposite. It's been a while since he told me that. I hadn't seen the guy in a while. I hear a little bit of an exhaust leak. Sounds like it's coming from the passenger side there. Watching my mirrors, making sure everybody's paying attention back there. I've avoided a few wrecks in my past just from watching my rearview mirror. I don't know if y'all ever do that. You're coming up to a stop or slowing down or something. Some of these people won't pay attention. They'll run right into you. Give you a little time to get out of the way. Luckily, I've only had one crash in the entire time that I've been driving, and it wasn't my fault. I got rear-ended going 70 on the interstate by somebody going 120. How crazy is that? On Thanksgiving. It was nuts. I had one of those Harley Davidson two-tone silver and black F-150s. I don't have that one anymore. It's totaled. Okay, so she's running smooth. Let's put some gas in her. We're not light up the undercarriage, see what we're looking at under there. I'm gonna pop the hood, pop the trunk. We're gonna show you everything there is to know about this car, so you know what you get before you get here. I'll be right back. All right, we got a little bit of gas in this Chevelle here, running at 93 octane like I always do. About 5 gallons. We know the gas gauge is broke. Locking gas cap on this one though. Start to rack up and get on out of here. Now it's showing half a tank. Look at that. Oh, I didn't put the right key in. I think that's the door key. Now this other one is the ignition key. Let's start up good. Time to roll out. Get my seat belt on. Now, I did picking out the flaws. I found quite a bit of rust in the back. I want you to stick around to the end so that you know what you're getting, guys. It does run and drive good. I mean, it's a beautiful Chevelle, but it's got some cosmetic issues. We're not here to hide anything. I'm here to pick out flaws, tell you what's wrong with the car, not really sell you the car so much. I mean, obviously, that's what we're in the business for, but my job title is picking out the flaws, so let's keep it rolling. Summer's creeping in, man. It's getting warm outside. I'm starting to get allergies and everything. Just get good pickup when you floor it. Back in our brakes, nice and smooth. Now, whoever had this before got it running and driving good. I got one spot to check out over here that I might use for pictures tomorrow. My wife, like I said at the beginning, is very pregnant, and I got her set up with somebody that can take some photos of her so she can remember it in the best way possible. So I picked out a couple cars, one truck, one car actually, to be specific, and now I just got to find a pretty background. And I'm thinking it's gonna be right there, but I don't know. I need to like drive up in there and look. I don't know who owns it though. Might have to do like an in and out kind of thing. I'm there and then I'm gone. Let's pull in it, check it out. I don't know, kind of looks a little junky over here, don't it? Tires and stuff. The search continues. Alright guys, we're heading back to the lot now. Watch out for these people so I don't hit nobody. Good shape. Coming on out. I do wonder though. Nobody's behind us. We're gonna back on up. There's a fire hall over here too. See, I told you this thing's a good runner. We're going up the road a little bit. That's the spot. I see it. I don't know who owns it, but I might have to figure that out. I'm just joyriding now. Okay guys, might as well skip on over here in a second and let y'all see the end of this video, unless you want me to continue cruising, and that's not an issue. May have to go knocking on some doors. I come up with another spot in my head. Look how fun these streets are back here. It goes up, it comes back down, curves back in. Driving a car or motorcycle is super fun back here. This is the other house I was thinking. See, it's got a little pond out back. I just don't know. He's set up some cars. Maybe back there with the trees. I have to go and knock on some doors. That is pretty there. I don't know, I did date a girl that lived in that house. About 10 years ago. Maybe I should avoid this area. Just check these roads out. Y'all got a trip. It pops out right in front of Bryant's Motorsports and then Maple Motors on the right here. Extra long test drive for you today. Nice little bump back there. Guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe, share this video. Picking out the flaws coming up right now. Okay, so we'll walk around this ride. Chips, scratches, rust, dents. I know there's some rust. We're going to be going over all of that. Detailed pictures are also available at maplemotors.com. Go there, check it out, along with all of our inventory. That's updated every Monday at 12 o'clock. All right, starting in the front. A little haziness on this bumper here. Student driver driving around me. I'm kind of nervous. a little rust popping up in the lower part of the bumper. Paint peeling there. Tires in good shape. Up and over. Trim looks good. Malibu. Chip there, chip up here in the edge of the door too. Little bubble in the corner of the door. Also some rust popping up in the back here. Got some bubbles up here. Top of that fender. Trim's dented up, there's a scratch there. You got some rust at the bottom here. Cracks in the paint. Cracks back here. Little scuff. Pitting on your door handle. Over the top of the fender here. Dirt. Some stuff on the windshield on the inside there. Looks like it should come off. Pretty bare metal. Silicone around the trim, keeping water out. I assume it was leaking. Now our pillar looks solid. The front of the top looks good. Got some dings in your trim there. Got some cracks in your seals. Again, looking over the vinyl top. Good on this edge. Got some silicone around your trim again. I see a lot of people doing that. Try to keep out water. Looks good up top. Back window's good. Now we got some bubbles, rust bubbles popping up at the lower portion of your back window, and I'll show you more of that after we shut the trunk lid. You also see some water damage there in your package tray. Now the worst spot for the rust is in these two quarters here. Look at that. Eat up. Same with this one. Rusty, bubbly, and it's going to need to be fixed. Big old ding in your bumper there. Let's go ahead and look in the trunk. In our jams, nice hole here. Look at that, pretty big. Rust bubble there. Trunk's a little rusty too. You can see out in those cracks there, and you can see out in this hole here. Package tray. It's actually pretty solid other than these edges. Look at that one over there. Edges is just holding water here. Right there in the corner. Zoom in on all that stuff. Spare tire. Some bubbles in the trunk pant. And these edges have been patched. Both sides. Trunk lid edge. A little bit of rust popping up there. Over here as well. Got some on the edge here too. Coming down with the trunk lid. Shake a little rust off of it. There, the back's definitely the worst part. Got some bubbles popping up here. It's a decent driver car. It just had to come from up north or something. I don't know for sure. I mean, I've seen some rust pop up here in the south too. Just depends on where it was at. Hear it under there. Silicone. The rest of the top looks good. So I think basically if you took off the back here and fixed this lower portion and then fixed just this whole back area with all this rust damage, should turn out. Coming down this side, let's see what else we got. Bubbles down here in the bottom. Rusty. Spot up here. And a trim. A little bit of bubbles popping up here too. Just at the lower portion, edge of the door. Midsection. It's kind of surprising how nice the rest of the car is with the back end being like that. I wonder if the back end was like sticking out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they had it parked somewhere where the back end was sticking out all the time. A little bit of pitting on your handle, pitting on your trim. That guy's still driving around. We need you to make 10 passes in this parking lot around that Chevelle. Pitting on your mirror. Overspray up here in the front. That can come off though. Front windshield. It's got some little white specks on it, but I don't see any cracks. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. Door panel on this one, it's okay. You got a little rip there on your handle. A little fading. A little rust. There she is. Found another hole. Let's look under the door. I picked up a battery for one of the cars at the lot, so at AutoZone during my test drive. Spot there, ripping the carpet. It's not for this car. It's pretty small for this car. Headliner needs to be redone. You can see rips sagging a little bit. Missing some kick panels down here. This one is there, but start her up. Where's the keys? Okay, so it's just the regular square. One hand here. Around the back of the steering wheel is a little crusty looking. She does start up nice. Visors need to be fixed up. See them on both sides. Those are quiet. Edges got some rust. You gotta watch your hands up here because this is eating up too on the edge of the hood. The rest under the hood looks pretty good. Just these edges. This car got a little bit of rust in it. Definitely a little bit more than we're used to. But it also kept the price way down too. Bubbles on the edge. Shuts good. Got some scratches in the middle. That might buff out, but that's the least of your worries there. I do appreciate you watching. Again, hit subscribe, share this video. I'm heading back to grab another car. I got, what, 2 more test drives to finish today. I'm doing a old Bullet Mustang and newer Challenger, believe it or not. One of the owners wants to sell his car. Pretty much every week we get different stuff and some new stuff, mostly old school, about 95% old school classic cars. But you'll see some new stuff pop up every so often, and that stuff sells just as fast. Detail pictures, do you have any other questions? That's me asking you. If you do, call me, 615-822-4444. We'll even FaceTime you, zoom in on stuff, whatever you need us to do. I want you to be comfortable with this purchase. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.